Let me pause that. Sorry. All right. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely day. Thank you as always for being here. Let's go ahead and listen to The Clash with some Hateful. I was just listening to Jimmy Jazz just to get my mind back into the album a little bit. But yeah, London Calling, we're going to continue on. I think that The Clash, at least with this album, is like one of the punk bands that I've listened to recently. I'm trying to slowly incorporate a little more punk into the channel, and amongst other genres and stuff. But The Clash is seemingly one of the ones that like I'm starting to latch onto a little bit. Like I'm starting to gravitate towards them a little bit. So let's listen to a little bit more with the following track, Hateful, and we'll kind of go from there. Hope you're having a lovely day. Let's do it. The Hateful or The Clash. I knew I was going to do that. The Clash with Hateful. Hear me out really quick. I have a question for you guys because you guys know a lot more than I do. This album, London Calling, which I've always seen as like one of the biggest albums in like the punk genre and really just of all time and such. Is this a good gateway album into the punk genre? Because here's what I'm getting, right? I don't know how like I don't know anything about punk. So please take whatever I say and ask out of ignorance because that's where this is all coming from. But I want to know and I want to learn. From like true punk fans, is this album like considered like a favorite and a top one from you guys? Or is this one too accessible? Because from what I've heard thus far, we're on the 4th track in. This is a really good album so far and I'm really enjoying it. But it doesn't sound as heavy as like the little bit, for the very little bit I've heard from other bands. And I think a lot of that comes down to the catchiness of Mick Jones on the guitar. The riffs that he comes up with, they hit hard, they thrash a little bit, but there's always a melodic catchiness to it. And it just makes it like, I don't know, rhythmically pleasing to listen to. And it's it's catchy. And even if I don't know the words or understand what Strummer's saying, I still enjoy the way he's saying it. Kind of like, I'm used to it now and I enjoy it, but like with growls and stuff in metal. Like, I may not always understand what they're saying, but I enjoy what's being produced and what's coming out of their mouths. As a contrast to, like, for example, when we listened to Holiday in Cambodia from the Dead Kennedys. I liked the musical portion, but I didn't like the vocals. They were just like too... I wasn't used to it, right? I'm not used to it yet. They were too brash. But here, it's a lot more pleasing from Strummer. But it's really Mick Jones on that guitar. That's really, like, kind of keeping me in the loop as well. And then, dynamically, this song has a lot of changes. It's really enjoyable. It doesn't stay the same. I love that post-chorus when they break it down just a little bit. Let me go to that first one. Hold on. Let me turn the volume down. Give me a second. It was about 50 seconds that it happened here. No, off of the chorus here. I love that. I love when bands take it down a half tempo or whatever, and they just rock out for a little bit, give a lot of space, and then as it moves into the next part, which is going to lead into the chorus, you hear that bass and the instrumentation rise, bum 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 bum, and then it gets right back into that step of the verse rather. I love that. So like this is a really dynamic track. It's catchy. We've gotten a lot of different shades from the band in just these few songs. Like I said, I think that the Clash, at least with this album, is a band that I could see myself like really getting into. This is good. And then we've heard the Guns of Brixton as well, This is some good stuff. Let's talk about these lyrics, though. Well, I've got a friend who's a man. What man? The man who keeps me from the lonely. The only. He gives me what I need, what you need. What you got. I need it also badly. Oh, anything I want, he gives it to me. Anything I want, he gives it, but not for free. It's hateful, and it's paid for, and I'm so grateful to be nowhere. I don't know. I'm just taking a big assumption and assuming this is a drug dealer. Because he gives him anything he needs. What does he need? It's not free. It's hateful. I don't know. This year I've lost some friends. What friends? I don't know. I didn't even notice. You see, I got to go out again. My friend, I got to see that main man. Maybe these other friends were people who have succumbed to an overdose, perhaps. But he didn't even notice because he was in his own high. He was in his own drugged out state. Oh, anything I want, he gives it to me, blah, blah, blah. I killed all my nerves. What swerves? I can't drive so steady. And already I've lost my memory. Behind, I can't see so clearly. Then he repeats, oh, anything I want, he gives it to me. He gives it to me, but it's not for free. So I do think that this is about drugs. I'll look into it a little bit. But I would imagine that this is because he talks like, even the effects. He can't drive steady anymore. He killed all his nerves doing this. He's lost his memory. And yet, even as he deteriorates and his state deteriorates, he keeps on finding his way back to that man who gives him his fix, basically. So he's not celebrating it either. He's just kind of laying out the facts as they are, which I think is a really cool way of kind of providing this cautionary tale of what drugs can lead to, basically. I'm trying to see if I can find anything. And I mean, I do like the name of the song, Hateful, as well. Like, it's a hateful situation. I did not type that in right. It's a hateful situation and a painful cycle and circle on here. So I'm looking on the wiki for this particular song and album. Hateful was written in the spring of 1979. The song describes drug culture and drug dealers and the destruction of an individual on drugs. The hateful nature of serious drugs. Yeah. The song is about heroin addiction, especially soon after the death of Sex Pistols bassist Sid Vicious, who was friends with Strummer. So, there you go. Anyways, this was really good. I'm having a great time with this one, and this album, I hope that you guys are as well. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me in a bunch of places. Why do I always got to do something with my hands. It's like I'm doing like some Beat Saber stuff. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.